Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Max Sports Entertainment. My name is Deepak Shankar, and we're here with a recap of the second semifinal in the FIFA World Cup, England-Argentina, and what a game it was. I mean, from the hostile scenes and the national anthem, the physical play, the trash talking, and all sorts of back and forth going on. It was a great game that lived up to the massive hype. And so it really started out, the first half, it was 0-0, not too much going on in terms of scoring or many chances created, so it was really good defending by both teams. But then as we got into the second half, the scoring started in the 55th minute. Anthony Gordon, really good finish at the near post off a good cross by Morgan Rogers. And so, the Everton player strikes for England, gives them the lead. But then oddly for England, I'm not sure why they did it, and I disagreed with what Thomas Tuchel, their manager, did in terms of really retreating after that. I mean, in NFL terms, it would be like playing prevent defense in the middle of the third quarter, no matter how big your lead is just not a good idea. And it would be one thing if they were up 2-0 or 3-0 or 4-0 even, but to be up 1-0 and just defend against a world-class team like Argentina and expect to win, having to defend for 30 minutes and just not attacking anytime after just doesn't make any sense because, I mean, really, England after that goal didn't really have any chances to attack and actually score goals. But then Argentina, on the other hand, they just kept attacking. You know, Messi moved from more of the center where he was struggling in the first half, getting kind of pushed around by Jude Bellingham and others for England. And then instead, in the second half, he moved out to the right side, used his right foot actually more, obviously, him being lefty dominant. His left foot has always been his trademark, but then he used his right foot on a couple crosses, which led to a couple goals late in the game. Enzo Fernandez in the 85th minute. It was a short corner, actually, where Messi there was like three guys that went to Messi, and then it opened him up to Fernandez to take that shot. And he absolutely drilled it from way beyond the box. Unbelievable shot. Beat Jordan Pickford just by this much. And Jude Bellingham almost had the block, but wasn't able to come up with it. And then Lautaro Martinez off a Messi cross, an open play. So that was off a set piece. But then in this, and for the second goal, for the game-winning goal, it was an open play. It was a cross from Messi with his right foot, and an easy header by Lautaro Martinez in the 92nd minute, and that sealed it. And so, like I said, I didn't understand England's tactics. Good move by Lionel Scaloni, the Argentinian manager, to move Messi out to the right so he could have more space to operate. And obviously, big history with this rivalry that hadn't played in 20 years at all. And then obviously you had the hand of God in 1986 with Maradona, where they also won 2-1 ironically, and then went on to win the World Cup. So we'll see if Argentina can do that as well this time, like they did in 1986, and also in the last World Cup 2022. We'll see if they can go back to back. And then obviously the history between the two countries politically, and so there were all sorts of political messaging type of things after the game. And then you had the English fans and media just going off on the team from what I saw today. So just a wild match in all different phases. And Argentina come through. They advanced to their fifth World Cup final. They're 3-1 in those, obviously having won the last one like I mentioned before. And then England was looking to get to their first final since 1966. They'll have to wait on that. So in terms of it coming home, they're gonna have to wait at least 4 more years for that. And so tough break for them. But they once again get bounced out in a knockout stage game in the quarterfinal or semifinal of a World Cup, just like they have the past 2 World Cups. And so they'll be taking on Spain, who is going for their second World Cup, Argentina going for their fourth, and Spain going into their second final, their first since they won it in 2010. And you got the whole matchup between the present and the future with Messi versus Yamal. And there's obviously the great picture of Messi sort of baptizing Yamal when he was younger, and kind of a full circle moment where they play for the first time ever against each other in the World Cup final. And obviously Messi himself grew up a lot in Spain actually during his childhood, because he grew up in the Barcelona academy as a kid, as a teenage prodigy and such, and became a Barcelona legend obviously. So very excited to see how it plays out. Should be a great final. And so we'll see if Argentina can go back to back and get their fourth World Cup, and go back to back for the first time for any nation since I believe the early 60s with Brazil and Pele, or if Spain can capture their first World Cup in 16 years in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And so, yeah, this is also a great atmosphere. Atlanta really showed out today with the semifinal, and then same thing with Dallas for the first semifinal. So, should be a great end to this World Cup. Obviously, you got England and France playing in the third place game in Miami on Saturday. So we'll see who finishes with the sort of bronze medal of FIFA World Cup style there. And so, yeah, that's all I had. Appreciate you guys for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.